Are you feeling some stress right now from all of the holiday events, plus your own shopping and preparation? Do you need a long winter's nap? Is your sleep being affected, or are you just not getting enough of it right now? About how many hours of sleep do you average? 5 or less, 7 or more? What do you think? Can getting the sleep your body craves keep you from feeling hungry? Could a good night's sleep even affect your weight and that dreaded weight regain after surgery? Well, don't go anywhere. Coming up, here's what you need to know about sleep right now to stay on track this season.
They're back. Calcium Dark Chocolate Bars, a ProCare Health customer favorite. Now available online at procarenow.com. Creamy chocolate plus calcium and vitamin D. You'll love them too. Use code SUSAN10 to save 10%.
I'm bariatric dietitian Dr. Susan Mitchell, ex-radio dietitian turned podcaster. You're listening to the Bariatric Surgery Success podcast. Are you frustrated with so much confusion when it comes to nutrition? Ooh, I get it. It's hard, isn't it, to decipher sound science from fake or pseudoscience? There's so much incorrect nutrition information, especially online. It's enough to make you give up. Say, I don't know what to do. Oh, I do. I know what to do. It matters where you get your nutrition information. When it comes to your bariatric surgery, nutrition is specific. So let's cut through the nonsense. Let's get what you need to know now. I created the Bariatric Surgery Success podcast to give you accurate nutrition information you can count on. Simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies that work. I want you to feel great every single day. Get out there, do the things you want to do. You're in the right place, friend. Let's get started. And if you love this podcast, Bariatric Surgery Success, would you take a moment and write me a review on Apple Podcasts? I'd appreciate it so much. Well, I want to give a shout out to I Love Amazing Grace, who gave Bariatric Surgery Success a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, saying, "This has become my go-to podcast. Dr. Susan and her expert guests know the facts about bariatric surgery and the journey to success. Everything you could want to know is covered, and they do it in a friendly and engaging way." Well, thank you. I Love Amazing Grace. What touched me most is that you found the podcast to help with your journey to success, which I am all about your success. And I'm happy that you like our friendly, engaging manner. I strive to make the podcast a place where you feel welcome, that's friendly, that's even a little fun, so that you want to spend your time here with me. Let's talk sleep. Are you dragging booty today? How many hours of sleep did you get last night? Did you know that a good night's sleep of 7 or more hours can affect your weight now and weight regain down the track? Sleep is like nutrition for your brain. So let me explain. If you're what's called a short sleeper, you're averaging 5 hours of sleep or less a night. Being a short sleeper is tied to being hungry and gaining weight. It's totally the opposite of what happens when you sleep 7 or more hours a night. Sleep improves what dietitians call food restraint. This means that when you're adequately rested, you tend to have more control over what you choose to eat and when you choose to eat it. This is the opposite of what happens when you're stressed and tired and when eating the door off the refrigerator looks like a pretty good option. You know what I mean? The decisions you make about what to eat when you're sleep deprived are not your best ones. Think about it. Do you notice it to be true for you? You're tired and you're hungry and you tend to crave carbs. Well, a good night's sleep of 7 or more hours improves control over this hunger. Don't miss this. Sleep studies show that too little sleep increases that hunger hormone called ghrelin in the morning by up to 25% or more, and particularly in men. And no surprise here, guess what you're hungry for? It's not fruits and veggies, but typically calorie-dense, high-carb foods like slider foods, you've heard them called. In women who are short sleepers, studies found that the hormone GLP-1 takes a nosedive, and that lower level is tied to reduced satiety, which means you're not feeling full or satisfied. Basically, you're hungry. Bottom line, the more sleep or sleep maintenance of 7 hours plus a night means less hormonal issues related to hunger. This is a big benefit of sleep. A good night's sleep also helps improve control over how much you tend to eat. Sleep research has found that too little sleep, again, a short sleep of 5 hours or less, results in eating more food. Let's get specific. Any idea of how much more food? What do you think? Eating 300 to 400 more calories a day when you're sleep deprived. Think about it. It doesn't take many of these days to start gaining weight again. More sleep means fewer eating occasions during the day or night. Typically, less sleep results in eating one more time per day, so another snack or meal. Are you doing this right now? So sleeping more makes it easier to stay focused on your bariatric eating plan for success versus adding on extra snacks or extra meals. Did you know that sleep fights stress and stress eating? And that's also common during the holidays, right? Too little sleep can kick up your stress level by increasing the stress hormone cortisol, which then increases your appetite. Plus, did you notice that when you don't get enough sleep, you're not only hungry, but you have an attitude? Call it angry and hungry, or maybe you've heard the word for both anger and hunger. You're hangry. Feeling hangry is not what you need during the holiday season with food everywhere. You can see how this takes away your power and your control, and food starts to rule you and call your name. So here's what I want you to do this week. If you're multitasking, come in close. What's going on with you right now? Do you find yourself sleeping less and less because your to-do list is getting longer and longer? How many hours of sleep a night do you average? 7, 6, 5, less than that? Are you dragging booty during the day, feeling irritable, hungry, hangry, eating more often and eating more junk? Answer yourself honestly. I want you to make the decision for now and your future success that you're going to get more sleep. Remember all the benefits to you: improved food restraint, improved control over hunger and how much you eat, less negative changes in hormones that help control hunger, and less stress eating. Come in close and say this with me. I'm making the decision right here, right now, to get more sleep. Then set a reminder on your phone or on your watch. Start a get ready for bed routine, whatever it takes. Listen to relaxing music or meditations or sounds that de-stress you like ocean waves or rain. I've started listening to audiobooks at night, and I'm talking audiobooks that are just fun, that totally take my mind off of everything else and just help me drift off. Then go to bed at the same time each night so your body learns a routine and starts to tell you, hey, it's bedtime. You may find that you want to unplug for 30 minutes before bed. Research shows that the bright lights from your favorite devices, including cell phones, TV, computers, and tablets, decrease the body's production of melatonin, a hormone whose job it is to make you feel tired and ready to fall asleep. By the way, be sure and include bananas, fish, oats, and chickpeas in your menu plans. Why? These foods contain vitamin B6, which helps the body produce melatonin, that sleep-inducing hormone. And also, dried cherries contain melatonin. So sleep is like nutrition for your brain. You've got to have it, and the benefits are fabulous for your success now and in the future. I want to hear from you. What did you change? Are you sleeping more? Can you tell a difference? Stay focused on your journey. You are worth it.
Bariatric Surgery Success with dietitian Dr. Susan Mitchell is produced and owned by Practicalories, LLC, All rights reserved. Remember, the content provided on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't create a patient-provider relationship. It's intended to provide reference material and is not designed to provide medical advice. Please consult your healthcare provider regarding any medical issues you have relating to symptoms, conditions, diseases, diagnosis, treatments, and side effects. Podcast guests express their own opinions, experience, and conclusions which do not necessarily reflect or agree with the host, Dr. Susan Mitchell, or Practicalories, LLC.